Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Actually, if you're new, please kindly subscribe, share. Let's create an environment where we can talk, an environment we can exchange, ideas and all these. Guys, there's this trend of I remember there was a time I was walking on the road and somebody passed by a big Range Rover. I was like, if I had this money, I would have, my girlfriend will be like, this is the boy of my life. But there's this kind of depression that befalls a young man, especially when you want to become rich so bad. You see, so bad that I don't know, but most of us, we tend to forget that the people who are driving these big limos, actually they started most of them, some are young. You see, you don't choose where you want to be born, right? Imagine sasa mimi ningekuwa mtoto wa Uhuru right now as we speak, mngenitambua nyinyi. But you see, most of these young people, you don't choose where you want to be born. So imagine somebody like Uhuru's children, Ruto's children. Actually, you're just born in money. You're born in rich kids. You're a cool kid. Kuna vitu hiyo jamaa hizi elewa, vitu kama kuoga na zile masabuni zetu za kitambo. You see, zile mataa tulikuwa tunatumia, then githeri, you pack githeri ya mazishi ile unashika hivi unakula. Actually, guys, I've had these friends, a numerous number of friends who they want to become rich so badly that nimeona wameanza kukon watu, actually conning people, kupigana ngeta. You see, when you're in a matatu, with your phone hivi kidogo imeenda. Well, this is Kenya, but anyway, guys, I want us to share something that it's not normally talked about. Okay, people have it, but they rarely talk about it. There are some things we need just to talk, tuongelee, tuseme nyewe this hii kwa hivi na hivi, but most of us tunaogopa. You see, we fear telling, because utaambia rafiki atenda kuseme kwa mtu fulani and you'll be like, you're ashamed. And nimegundua most today watu wanakufa tu na shida zao, because how can you tell somebody shida yenye unajua? They say that kuseme once, first of all, you read your friend's mind. Ukijua best yangu ni mtu anaweza niseti, you're like, let me just keep a problem to myself. And the longer you keep your problems to yourself, one day they're gonna explode, and that's why tunasikizi makesi. But anyway, guys, working under pressure has not always been good, especially to us the young people, because an example, mimi nimeenda walk pale nje, then tumekutana na ka Range Rover kametupita. I'm like, nikiweza Mungu akiweza nibariki tu nishike hii Range Rover, actually mbele ya Mungu I'm working towards that. Nikipata hii Range Rover, akia nini kutakalika hapa, and you're like, okay, yeah, but at least you don't choose mtu huwa chagui mali alizaliwa ama mali atazaliwa. Of course, kama mimi nilizaliwa huko mbali, huko village huko kwa shosh huko. Uhuru watoto wake wamezaliwa huku tao huku. We are two different people. Kuna mmoja anaelewa kitu fulani na kuna mwingine si kwa kupenda kwao. It's because you are born with a certain perception. I am born with mine. For example, when we find that maybe a cool kid anashanga, kwani watu bado wanaishi kwa mabati? And I'm like, nyinyi hamjui watu wanaishi kwa mabati? You see, we are two different people. Si kwa kupenda kwetu, but it's because of the perception we were born with. So pressure right now is mounting on the young generation. They want to kushika pesa ya haraka. And you see, this one is always bad, because kitu ya haraka huenda haraka. But anyway, don't believe that, because usiamini hiyo kitu ya haraka huenda haraka. As long as unajua kujimaintain, you know how to plan yourself, you just relax, everything will be fine. So there was a time we were walking, we saw a guy with a Range Rover. We were like, yeah, nikishika hii, of course mimi nitakuwa sawa. Kumbe tulipata it's a 65-year-old man. 65-year-old man, hiyo gari ni yake, somebody we don't know, maybe he's a government official, he's a blah 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 businessman, but akona gari. But remember, he's 65 years old. Watoto wake sasa ndio wewe na mimi. Okay, kwa mfano, that is watoto wake ni wewe na mimi, ni rika zetu. on a level field, maybe kama tungeanza wote at a level, maybe you could have been far much than him, but because sote tumeanzia okay, kila mtu ako na time yake. You find that kuna wenye atafika haraka, kuna wenye atachelewa, na kuna wenye ata remain stagnant, but at the end of the day is at least we ensure we are all moving. Unanielewa? We are all moving. So guys, this pressure, young youths kutaka kuwa na mali at young age. Naona tunasikia we were hearing news that kuna youths wameuliwa, they tried to corner blah 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 blah, hizi whatever hizo vitu mnazijua, walijaribu kukon sijui nani, they are dying. Why? Because they want to be rich. Wanataka kuwa kama ule 65 year old akona Range Rover na Mercedes Benz built for compound. You forget you're young, your time will come, but because of the pressure you're having from your girlfriend, unataka utafute. Guys, have you ever had a pressurizing girlfriend? Hey babe, I want this. Oh, I can't date a broke man. So you want to work hard. Okay, you want to work to a level, or you want to spend to a level on it, you're not broke. To hell with that. Who said? Nani alisema hivyo? Now you end up living a life that is not yours, and when you live a life that is not yours, of course you end up being uncomfortable with your life. Definitely. You just ni maisha gani unaishi? Tuseme kwa mfano salary ama hustle, maybe kila siku nakuletea 100. You want your girlfriend kila siku kuna mspoil sijui na blah blah. Okay, maybe yourself unapata kama let me say 300 shillings. Girlfriend wako anataka at least umtumie, wewe unamtumia 150 kila siku. You see, that's not your life bana. That's not your life. Hata waseme you when you say easy level yako, ama okay, you're struggling to keep a level that's not yours. You will always live struggling. You see, these girlfriends when you're gonna this who keep pressurizing au mademu wanataka kuishi lavishly, they have a disadvantage and an advantage. You see, a disadvantage is that they will waste you, because they will make you live a life that's not yours, and you will end up suffering for no reason. Of course, you need reason, but you'll end up suffering without knowing, because unaishi maisha unajua si yako, yet you're living it. Advantage is, if you're a right thinking man, a youth, a young guy, utajua yes, you're doing it, but it's giving you an aim. You want to aim at something. But guys, I need us to understand something, that most of us, maybe kulingana na mazingira yetu, we don't work well under pressure. But do you know we keep pressure to our minds even without knowing how? Amekwambia babe, I need a phone. Next month is my birthday, and I need a phone. I need you to surprise me with a phone. Wewe in your mind, you know you can't afford a phone, ama you have planned yourself to an extent of you can't afford that phone next month, but you say okay. Now you've invited yourself to work under pressure, something which is a bit odd, and that's where problems comes in. Hapo sasa ndo shida zinaingilia, because how comes jamani, sometimes hata na nyinyi wasichana tueleweni jamani, please understand the men. See, if you see your man is okay, maybe you ulimpata akiwork hard, try to understand him, muelewe bana. You see, in life we're all working hard to achieve something. Most of us, we don't want to die the way we were born. Maybe tuseme kwa mfano unazaliwa, then unaishi life fulani hivi, unafungwa unavaa, kama mimi for example, unaishi kwa zile manguo kubwa zenye zilitupwa, ama zile za watu wakubwa walikuwa wanavaa wakaacha, then unavaa vitu kama hivyo. So you're like, yeah, maisha ni pole. That's the way you need to find your life, the way I need to find my life. The other way needs to find his life. As a girl also, you're finding his life. By the way, guys, I had a friend. She is 23 years old. She has a house. with one kid. Of course nowadays pia wanaume pia sisi zingine sometimes you just give out, unapeana tu mimba and na unasahau story. At least sometimes let's try to support, but anyway, that's not the case. She has a kid. She was depending on herself, and yes, she was depending on herself. She's working, although the money she's getting is not that big, but at least she's trying to push. I expect a girl like that to come and say, I don't want to date a broke man, because at the end of the day, she can depend on herself. Remember that. She can depend on herself. So akisema she doesn't want to date a broke man, it's her right. She's depending on herself. There's another set of ladies, of our ladies, of course. Sometimes wengine wanakuja wanasema mimi nimezoea kuprovidiwa, and when they see you they kind of ask you, are you ready utani providea? Well, girls, why are we giving ourselves pressure? Ladies, mbona mnajipea pressure? Mbona mnajipea pressure wenyewe? On our part, nimeshaongelea, but ladies, mbona tunajipea pressure? Mbona tunajipea pressure? Why are we giving? Why don't you just work hard first? Because a man will approach you, tuseme ni mambo na marriage, a man will approach you. But sasa, yes, you're beautiful, but after that, what else do you have? You're beautiful. What else? You're beautiful, ndio tunajua wewe ni mrembo, but what else? You say, yes, my name is, maybe let me say, Salima. My name is Salima. I'm an advocate. I did this and this. I did hospitality and management or whatever. Ama saa zingine, if you don't have a job, being a house girl, sidhani kama ni shida. It's not a problem. Being a house girl, doing at least some activities that will generate money for you, at least that will make sure you don't depend on your man that much. Or okay, this issue of, in fact, issue ladies could depend on men, sijui ilianzia wapi, but we have given ourselves a perception that when you date someone lazima mprovidie. For example, a girl says when I'm dated lazima niprovidie. But anyway, at least girls, let's try to do our own job, at least something that generates us money, to avoid entering in a relationship and you're like, I want my mom to provide. Remember, you're just living in your mom's house, and you see, you don't own anything of your own. But remember, there's only a lesson that says nothing comes for free. Hata sisi mimi na wewe tunajua nothing comes for free. So whenever you depend on that phone from a man, that cloth from a man, or whatever from a man, it comes with a price. You may not see it now, but the price, trust you me, karma never loses an address. Hiyo na ni kweli, karma never loses an address. Na sisemi ni karma, lakini everything comes at its own price. And for example, if you're a lady that keeps on depending on men, there's a lesson there's a lesson awaiting. Kuna ka lesson kana kungoja, maybe good or bad, but there's always any lesson for every situation. So please, tujaribu tu hata kama ni find that a little amount of money. These celebs tunaona kwa social media, these are people who hao ndio wanajiweka in that position of I can't date a broke man because yeye anajua ako na pesa, but me and you hatuna pesa. Okay, sisi, I'm a boy, you're a girl, there's a level we are, but tunanitisha pesa. What do you expect? Okay, there's a level pia naweza spoil at my level, but when you aim so higher, what do you expect? You want me to nipotee, mtoto wa mtu nipotee, so that you can maintain your life, your status, that in me I can't date a broke guy when you live in a mom's house, you don't have a job. Maybe my mom, ama a mom ni ako kwa soko pale anauza jugu, vitu kama hivyo. You want to say you're not dating a broke man. On the other side, there's a lady who is working hard, ana hustle, akona kanyumba kake, hata kama akana vitu, The same you and that lady, kuna tofauti. Kuna mmoja anasema I can't date a broke man, na kuna mwenye anaso. We can't blend. Okay, these people can't blend. They can't blend, but there are no difference, because at the end of the day wote ni wasichana. But when it comes to status, hatuwezi waleta pamoja, because mmoja kuna perception nyingine, the other one has hers. So what does it really bring to you guys, to you especially? Okay, what does it bring to your mind, ladies, when you say you don't date a broke man, yet you have somebody? Najua niko sure most of you mkiangalia tu mtu, mimi mkiniangalia mnajua tu this guy is broke. Yeah, this guy is broke. Huyu jamaa hizi afford kitu fulani bwana. Yeah, but you tend to kumuitisha. Why? Remember, si wote tumezaliwa. Bado tunatafuta tu. Shanielewa? Yeah, bado tunatafuta. At the end of the day, the end justifies the meaning. The end justifies the meaning. Na nimegundua this is the problem that the young youths are facing. Na uwezi enda uambie rafiki yako ati girlfriend wangu ananitishanga pesa ama anakuanga hivi na hivi, because these are the problems. Unajua ukiambia best yako sasa atakuseti ama atakuchekelea ama atakwambia live according to your standards. Na akikwambia ukweli utamwona ni adui, or utaona ni kama hataki ukue na demu yako, you see, hataki ukae na demu wako, something of which most young men we fear telling out our troubles to people, and that is a problem, because you see, a problem is not always a problem. I remember I was asked by somebody to define what a problem is. You see, what is a problem? What is a problem? A problem si kuambiwa ni nini. Najua hata unashangaa ni nini. Si ni shida tu. Ni shida, problem ni shida. But the guy gave me an example. He was an old man. Of course, tulikuwa tumekaa naye tukienda home, that is kwa matatu. I think he's one of these motivational speaker watu wa. So, what is a problem? Akasema, I will just give you examples, and from those examples you will choose, you'll come up with a summary to define to yourself what a problem is. He said, example of what is a problem. Example. Uko kwa nyumba, and then you just came out and you saw a snake in your backyard. A snake, a big snake, looking at you. Zile za for example, si zile za wachawi, zile zinakuangalianga hivi, maintaining eye contact. No. A problem. What is a problem? You're like, a problem. So when you come out of your house, you see a snake in your back, or on your backyard. Now, or in your garden, you see a snake. Well, that is not a problem. Najua utakuwa ushajiambia kuna nyoka. Hey, there's a problem. There's a big snake somewhere. That's not a problem. Now, what is the problem is when you come back and you don't find the snake. Now, that is a problem. Because you never know iko wapi. Ujue nyoka imeenda wapi. Ujue imeingia kwa nyumba. Now, you don't know. You never know. When you have a problem, okay, when you have an issue disturbing your mind and you opt to keep it to yourself because you feel like your friends maybe hawatakusaidia. Of course, si kwa kupenda kwetu, because sometimes you see, unaangalia your surrounding, unaona mabeshte zako hawezi kusaidia. Of course, most of them they can't, but when you're alone somewhere and you keep issues to yourself, that's not the problem. That's not a problem, by the way. Keeping issues to yourself, issues that are burning, issues that are irritating, issues that may cause depression to you, keeping them is not a problem. Now the problem is when they start to boil in you. Unasema huyu dem nimemweka sana, akanifanyia hivi, sasa leo ataniona. Now that's the problem. That is the problem. Muna travel, you guys, tuseme you are in a ship, mko kwa meli, okay, tuseme maybe mnajivinjari tu, mnavuka to the other side and the boat capsizes, ianguke. that's not a problem. Si imeanguka tu, that's not a problem. Imeanguka, mimi najua sijui, I don't know how to swim, but the boat just capsized. That's not a problem. Now the problem is, will I be able to get to the other side safely, or will I be alive by the time nafika hiyo side ingine? That is the problem. That is the problem. So guys, let's try at least to differentiate between some things and some things. You see, in this life, at least najua somehow, see what is to say. Maybe where I am right now, I am not good. I have my own problems, but somebody somewhere is much worse. Is much worse. Yeah, somebody somewhere is much worse. Na tukisema ati tukue wapole or just be kind to everybody, being kind sometimes it will get you used. So at least live your life, be you, because you might be kind to somebody, all they will do in return is to use you for your own kindness. They'll use your kindness to use you. Others will take your kindness for granted. Hey, baby, don't take my kindness for weakness. Others will take your kindness for weakness. So be you. Kama unakonga mse upendangi ufala, kata ufala, but at the end of the day, just organize yourself. Organize yourself, know your boundaries. Ukiona dema na kupea pressure, it's either what kuachana na dem. No. Okay, yes, it can happen, but at least to make sure we live according to our standards. So you see guys, actually nilitaka to discuss something, and I think at least we have tried to understand something. We are not always perfect. Nobody is perfect. We can create an interacting sessions, because these are the things, at least we can always tell ourselves burning issues. See what tunaumia tu. Like they always say, if you're blessed maybe with something small, for example unapatanga so kwa siku ama 300, kuna mtu anapatanga 50 bob. So at least what I'm saying guys, let's live according to our standards. It's high time at least tujaribu tu, hata kama by the right guys, right now maisha ni ngumu, life is very hard. Remember, the government is fucking us from all angles, at least in a messing with our minds. At least the last thing that's supposed to be in our mind, you see, kupendana hata hivyo si lazima, because love sometimes tends to bring us down. It tends to slow the achievement of our goals, and at the end it always seems like it's always like a part time. Ni kama kale kaleisha, umefanya kazi and like aka ka time kakuji nice, let me enter into a relationship. Haifai kuwa something that inakupatia stress. Ukiona inakupatia stress, that's the real truth. It's not yours. Just leave it. It's a toxic relationship. Leave it. Potea. Go find somebody, either somebody who gives you peace of mind, ama don't date. Imagine you can't die. Nobody has ever died from being single, but many people have died from being in a wrong relationship. So at least try to do your thing. Try to do your thing. At least hata kama ni mbaya, at the end of the day you bring food on the table. Say when the government is ama vitu zimepanda, the last thing you're supposed to be doing is to getting stressed over things you can avoid you all by yourself. So guys, thank you so much for giving me your time. It has been a pleasure. It has been an honor. Remember, we are going to be interacting. We're going to be sharing things that they don't talk about it. But at the end of the day, let's try at least. If you're new here, guys, please subscribe to interact, tuongee, tuelimishane. At least youths bana, tumepotea sana. Hii generation inacho mapicha, tusichome aki. Tuanzie, this is a moment, let's start at least to roll tukiwa na akili.